leadership guru John Maxwell says that leadership, plain and simple, is influence. Hey, it's Rich Williams with TheRichWilliams.com, and today I want to talk about the 7 foundations of leadership. Ways to grow your influence in your life and in your organization. And the first one I want to talk about is vision. What is your vision for the future, for your company, for yourself, for your leadership? Is it a vision that people will follow? Because what happens when you have a great vision? Think about Bill Gates and Microsoft, a PC on every desk. Wow, what a great vision to follow, right? So what is your vision? Is your vision worth following? Is your company's vision worth following? And as you have a great vision, your influence will improve and increase because of your great vision. So that's number 1. Number 2 is people. It's all about the people, isn't it? It's always all about the people. Without people, we don't have a company. Without people, we don't have business. Of course, my pappy always said, if it weren't for people, life would be easy. But anyway, we need people, and we need to make sure we take care of our people, and we treat our people appropriately, and we love and care for our people. Because as we do that, our influence grows, our leadership grows. Think about a boss that really cared for you, or a teacher, or someone in your life that cares for you. And you listen to them. Why? Zig Ziglar said, people don't know how much you know until they know how much you care. And so when we care for our people and we grow and develop our people and we love on our people, our influence grows. Number 3 is integrity. What's trust got to do with it? If you are a person of integrity, your leadership influence will be good. When you lose trust, your integrity goes down, your leadership goes down. And it's as simple as being on time for a meeting or doing what you say you're going to do. Those little things all add up. And so, can trust be regained? Yes, it can. Of course it can. People will forgive you and move on. But you have to regain their trust. You have to be able to show that you're trustworthy again. So don't lose your trust in the first place. That's a great idea. But the more trust they have in you, the greater your influence, the greater your leadership. Culture. Peter Drucker says culture eats strategy for breakfast. Well, it's true. Jim Haslett of Harvard Business School said that a top-performing culture, a good culture, will outperform a mediocre culture by 20 to 30%. You know what that means is, if you're a $100 million company, you're now a $120 or $130 million company because of your culture. Culture helps you keep people. Culture helps you recruit people. Culture increases your influence. A good culture increases your influence, thus increasing your leadership. Now, number 5. What is the quickest way to gain leadership? Be a problem solver. Now, here's the question. Are you solving people's problems, or are you helping solve people's problems? Teach a man to fish and he eats forever. Give a man a fish, he eats for a day. So are we solving someone's problem for them and just feeding them? Or are we teaching them to fish and teaching them to solve problems? When you teach people to solve problems, they are more empowered, and they then respect you more, appreciate you more, because you're developing them and you're growing them, and your influence grows, and thus your leadership grows. Number 6 of the 7 foundations of leadership. Number 6 is to grow your people. Leaders develop leaders. And whether it's coaching or developing, we need to coach our people, right? See something, say something. If we see someone doing something, we need to pull them aside. And of course, Leadership 101, praise in public, correct in private. And so we need to, be a good finder. That's a great way to coach. Catch people doing something good and praise them for it. We can do all that publicly, but when we need to correct or we need to coach, we need to pull them aside in private and let them know. Also, what development plan do you have for, first of all, yourself, and then for your people? Do you have a developmental plan for yourself where you're working on one thing at a time, just one thing, and for each of your team? So when we grow people, our influence increases, and thus our leadership increases. See how easy this is? And lastly, but not leastly, is emotional intelligence. Emotional Emotional intelligence is being able to take care of our own emotions and also read others' emotions. You know, when you're a mature, emotionally sensitive and secure person and have emotional intelligence, people respect you. They know that you care. You respond versus react. And so emotional intelligence is huge in leadership because the greater your emotional intelligence, the greater your influence, and the greater your leadership. So the goal is to be great at all 7 of them. But the question is, of all the 7, which one do you need to work on? Which one should be your top priority for yourself? And then list your team out and figure out which ones of these 7 your team, each member, needs to work on. Hey, Rich Williams at richwilliams.com, thericwilliams.com. If I can support you or help you with your leadership training, please reach out. Take care.